Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Janice Da Silva from Dev 17 and ODOS. You are the most welcome to this webinar on the World Human Fraternity Day. This day is observed by the UN, and the beauty is to really advocate for human solidarity, for culture and religious understanding amongst people of the world. ODOS just decided to undertake this global dialogue to bring in our local and community partners of Cabo Verde that have been so supportive in feeding the poor, urban poor, but also in providing different services, humanitarian services to the communities of Cabo Verde, namely of Praia, the capital. So the idea is to gather us, all of us here today, to celebrate human fraternity. It's true that we should celebrate human fraternity every day, because it's about our, it's about development. Fraternity has to do with development, not only with charity. Fraternity is development. I risk to say that fraternity is one of the great tools to promote sustainable development and human solidarity. You are the most welcome today here to this celebration, to this online celebration. We were supposed here in Praia to have an event in Fonton. Fonton is a neighborhood here in Praia. Those Cape Verdeans, know it quite well, because it used to be a place. It used to be a slum area, and thanks to all your efforts, all of the organizations that we are celebrating today, efforts, and of course the government efforts, Fonton has become a great place, has become an area, a neighborhood that is an example here in Cabo Verde of social transformation, of human fraternity and solidarity. Unfortunately, they don't have electricity now for them to enter, but they will enter later. Is just to tell you and to thank all the Cape Verdean organizations that have been working hard to transform Fonton as a good example to be shown to the world. Allow me, dear colleagues, international colleagues, to say a few words in Portuguese to welcome our Cape Verdean partners. So, sejam muito bem-vindos, parceiros cabo-verdianos da Associação Cabo-Verdiana de Luta contra a VBG, da JBC e de demais organizações. Eu não estou a ver neste momento outras, mas algumas me telefonaram que estão com problemas de eletricidade aqui na praia. É com muito prazer e com muito gosto que nós vos damos as boas-vindas hoje neste encontro internacional de celebração online da fraternidade. Naturalmente que nós aqui em Cabo Verde estamos muito acostumados com eventos presenciais, mas a Covid nos vem mostrar que de facto temos de nos adaptar a este novo contexto. Sejam muito bem-vindos, eu desejo que tudo corra bem neste encontro. É um primeiro encontro, apenas um primeiro encontro dessa rede Dev 17. Vocês são os mais bem-vindos à rede Dev 17 do desenvolvimento, com base nos Estados Unidos, mas que tem ramificações na Nigéria, na Suécia, na Índia, e, enfim, todos os continentes, e nós ficamos muito contentes com o vosso apoio, quer através do financiamento, pelo crédito, a materiais que têm ajudado as comunidades pobres aqui de Cabo Verde, quer através de ações de formação que vocês têm feito ao longo dos tempos, e nós quisemos celebrar, reconhecer publicamente estes vossos esforços. São muitas empresas, são muitas organizações, mas umas são mais humanitárias do que outras. E a forma que nós encontramos de vos reconhecer é, de facto, vos dando um certificado e vos convidando para participarem formalmente na nossa rede Dev17. Portanto, sejam muito bem-vindos. Eu não sei se vocês têm alguma coisa a dizer, certamente que têm. Não se preocupem, podem dizê-lo em português, que nós fazemos a tradução, a interpretação, neste caso, para o inglês. Sejam muito bem-vindos uma vez mais. Era suposto nós termos uma intérprete, mas a mãe dela acusou positiva de Covid e então ela está neste momento numa situação que ela não pode estar. I was saying to the Cape Verdean colleagues that we invited someone a Cape Verdean lady that is an English teacher to interpret, because this would be an hybrid event, Portuguese, English, but her mom just tested positive of COVID-19. She just called me, so unfortunately she won't be able to be here, but I will help, God will help me to do this job of interpreting Portuguese to English and vice versa. Amen. So you are the most welcome. I now give the floor to Mr. Andrew as the chair of this AHIABGA, the Ad Hoc Advisory Board of Goodwill Ambassadors, for his welcoming words. Thank you, Andrew.
Well, thank you, everyone. This is Andrew Williams, Jr. I apologize for the loud noise. I'm here in Los Angeles, California, and this is the home of the Tongva people, the indigenous people of the world. We have to always remind ourselves that while we're doing our work in our local places, there are people that came before us. So we want to honor and thank the indigenous peoples around the world for what they're doing for human fraternity. It is actually the indigenous people that are our keepers of Mother Earth, and all of us have deep and very abiding respect for that. Janice, I was able to find the United Nations Global Compact presentation. This just takes a few moments, so please bear with me and I'll share my screen. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. O Sr. Andrew estava a dizer que ele está neste momento em Los Angeles, onde encontrou pessoas, portanto, gente de origem indígena, e é graças a eles, as pessoas indígenas do mundo, é que nós também celebramos a fraternidade humana, que é uma ferramenta muito importante dentro da comunidade indígena e que todos nós, de uma forma ou de outra, viemos desta comunidade. Andrew, I was interpreting a little bit what you just said, and let's go to the video. Agora vamos assistir ao vídeo da UN Global Compact.
Obrigado. It's coming now.
Obrigada.
As a human family, we've had an enormous wake-up call to how connected we are with a tiny little virus that comes along and shuts us down.
We all live in this world together. The same blood flows in me and any other person.
We're facing the challenges of an ecosystem that is stressed.
Things are not moving as fast as they should. Things are improving, but not as fast as they should.
The challenges that we are facing, they are materializing so fast that it's not only my children or grandchildren which will experience the consequences if we fail.
To do it, we need to do it together. Collaboration, north, south, east, west, black, brown, white. Strengthen the diversity of the human family is what we need right now to get us past this incredibly difficult time. Might sound like it's impossible, but that's what we work towards, making the impossible possible.
20 years ago, a small group of United Nations and business leaders came up with a visionary proposal.
I propose that you, the business leaders here gathered in Davos, and we, the United Nations, initiate a global compact of shared values and principles which will give a human face to the global market.
I always say part of Kofi Annan's genius was he invited business, but he also addressed civil society and labor organizations.
The mission of the United Nations Global Compact is to mobilize companies around the world to align their operations and strategies with 10 universal principles in the areas of human rights, labor, environment, and anti-corruption.
The UN represents the body that aims to drive international cooperation and drive peace and security for humanity. And I think it unifies all of society around this set of 17 goals.
Our objectives cannot be met if the private sector doesn't play a fundamental role. And so the Global Compact is a platform in which all those businesses that abide by the principles of, and values of the United Nations and of the Charter to work together, representing the best of humankind.
For the last 2 decades, the initiative has grown to encompass local networks in more than 60 countries, engaging directly with over 10,000 companies.
The local networks are our global footprint around the world, and they work with us to translate the 10 principles as well as the Sustainable Development Goals into actionable pieces of work for businesses globally.
It is so decided.
Since 2015, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals and the Paris Climate Agreement have provided the most powerful common agenda that the world has ever seen, with an essential role spelled out for business.
L'accord de Paris pour le climat est accepté.
Any business that continues to operate under its own self-interest will not be around very long. So businesses that have a strong purpose, that understand how they can make society better, will be embraced by society and will be around for a long time.
Be the change that you want to see in business.
I truly believe that companies who do not put sustainability, the SDGs, in their strategies, they're going to disappear.
The mindset of consumers has changed. They increasingly want to buy from companies that are contributing to society as a whole.
Business must be part of the solution in when we address these big global problems.
The focus has shifted to both the short term and the long term, both doing well and doing good, making profits and making a change. This is a reality of the world now. Leaders need to lead sustainably.
The United Nations Global Compact is leading the transformation ahead, challenging companies to take more ambitious action on the Sustainable Development Goals.
I think it's absolutely impossible to face the challenges of today, the very quick change that is happening, without having the youth leading the way and helping us define the right strategies, the right policies, the right approaches to address the global problems.
The world is waking up, and change is coming whether you like it or not.
Climate justice! Now! Climate justice! Our planet's not for profit! Now!
The world today has got more opportunities than it has the challenges that can be overcome by the opportunities that we have.
You find people in the most desperate of situations, determined to fight for a better future. That's the kind of world I want.
What has changed in a very short period of time is that the narrative is different, and that is fantastic.
If you want to have a good business, you have to mobilize people. A business is a sum of people working to something.
More and more people realize that sustainability is really about making the pie bigger, better, and more inclusive.
I hope in the future all businesses in the world will think about their own purpose. Business can only exist when they have a purpose.
We've got to show progress. We've got to reverse what's happening.
I see the Global Compact as an incredible organization working together with businesses to build a more sustainable world.
We are united across the globe, for the globe. We're united despite our challenges, no matter how daunting the task may seem. We are united by possibilities because this is bigger than one business, because we are better together. We all have the same job. We are united in the business of a better world.
Thank you so much for allowing me to share that with you. And just to give you a background, it is actually the United Nations Global Compact that was launched at the very same time as the Millennium Development Goals were in 2000. And we have to remind ourselves, the Sustainable Development Goals are only the second iteration of this 1,000-year plan for us to bring peace on Earth. So I uplift Kofi Annan and his work, and AHIABGA stands for the Ad Hoc International Advisory Board of Goodwill Ambassadors, Advocates, and Activists. But when we launched, first of all, from right here, the location where I'm at now, 5 Points Youth Foundation, in 2015, we launched a 5-year campaign, Caring for Climate, to build a worldwide community resiliency network. That's when we recruited over 100 Goodwill ambassadors around the world, but they worked individually in their own communities. So in 2019, on the International Day of Peace, Janice Da Silva and I had a collaboration and discussion about ways that we can have regional ambassadors. So she is, in fact, our ambassador, not just for Cabo Verde, but also for all those countries that speak Portuguese, because she's multilingual, speaking Spanish, English, and French as well. The idea is that she could be our representative for ECOWAS in Africa and for the Portuguese-speaking countries throughout the world. So I'm here to honor and support Janice Da Silva in all this work, and I look forward to working with each of you to help accomplish our objectives. But the key thing is that we are civil society. We have an opportunity to bring 10,000 new civil society members. It's free for them to join, to balance and hold accountable those major multinational corporations. COP27 will be held in Africa. We have to begin now to make sure our voice is heard and give a voice to the voiceless. So in the spirit of fraternity, I urge you to understand that what we're doing today has a long history, over 1,200 years. It was then, during the Crusades, that St. Francis of Assisi met at that time with the Islamic representative to establish this bond of fraternity that we now are representing here. So Janice Da Silva, back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much for your presentation, for your effort, and for gathering amazing people from different parts of the world. We are so thankful for all you are doing for human fraternity and for sustainable development. Allow me a little bit to interpret what you've just said to our Cape Verdeans. They are on board. Portanto, o senhor Andrew, como ele acabou de apresentar este vídeo, não é? Que fala da UN Global Compact, que foi sonho do senhor Kofi Annan, e que de lá para cá, portanto, já tem 20 anos e tem trabalhado para mostrar que é possível a sociedade civil trabalhar juntamente com o setor privado para nós conseguirmos os goals, não é? Agora me falta a palavra em português, mas para nós conseguirmos as metas, conseguirmos atingir da melhor forma as metas que estão previstas. Ele também fala da AHIABGA, não é? Que é uma organização que tem vários embaixadores a nível mundial da sociedade civil. É verdade, nós não conseguimos trabalhar sem o apoio do setor privado de uma forma ou de outra, não conseguimos trabalhar, muitas vezes ficamos dependentes de organizações como câmaras municipais, como governos, etc. E o objetivo é aqui nós trazermos cada vez mais parceiros do setor privado para estarem a apoiar de uma forma ou de outra o desenvolvimento que nós fazemos. Eu não sei se nesta altura, vós, cabo-verdianos, quereis dizer alguma coisa, não me deixem falar sozinha, por favor. Falem da vossa justiça, o Dr. Carlos Moreira, a doutora Vicente, a doutora Mónica, a doutora Maria. Se quiserem dizer alguma coisa nesta altura, este é o momento.
Obrigada, doutora Janice. Antes de mais, eu queria agradecer esse convite por estar aqui presente a nível mundial, juntamente com outros líderes mundiais, que o objetivo é mesmo estando a trabalhar na promoção da igualdade e também na solidariedade internacional. Como o mesmo tema disse, a humanidade é que nos faz crescer e nós estamos todos na mesma senda da humanidade e trabalhar para a humanidade, independentemente de onde nós estamos. Estamos no mundo global, não é? É que faz todo sentido a nossa aproximação, o nosso diálogo, o nosso entendimento, sobretudo o amor e a solidariedade.
Deixa-me só traduzir esta parte.
Sim, está certo.
Ok. Portanto, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mrs. Vicenta Fernandes. She is the president of the National Association of Women and Girls to prevent gender-based violence. They work in close cooperation with UN Women, and she is happy to be here with us to celebrate human fraternity. She says that the human development has to do with this, us leaders from the world joining and thinking about specific themes. Let us just don't forget put women and girls at the center of the agenda. She talks about love as well, that fraternity has to do with love, with exercising love. So go ahead, pode continuar, Vicenta.
Nós, desde a nossa criação dessa associação de luta contra a violência baseada no gênero, mas de uma maneira geral, a igualdade, a equidade de gênero, entendemos que o foco, o principal objetivo é trabalhar em redes, tanto redes nacionais como redes internacionais. E o nosso foco mostrou que vale a pena e que, de facto, estamos num bom caminho dessa internacionalização das atividades, do know-how e também de conhecer as experiências, que tudo tem a ver com a liberdade, tudo tem a ver com a democracia, com os direitos humanos e, sobretudo, com a paz a nível do mundo. Trabalhamos na prevenção, esse é o nosso foco, mas também trabalhamos com um sentido de responsabilidade, sobretudo com o país e não só.
A senhora Vicenta está a dizer, it has to be in English. Mrs. Vicenta is saying that they give a great importance to working through networks. They have been trying since their foundation to put in place national but also international networks that work for sustainable development, but also for democracy, for putting women at the center of the agenda. And she says that we cannot work towards the observance of human rights if we are not organized in network. So that is why she celebrates this network today, this DEF17 with their partners network today. Pode continuar.
Mais uma vez, aproveitamos para agradecer. Acabei de ver agora um certificado que nos honra muito. Nós não trabalhamos para receber, como posso dizer, mimos, porque o nosso objetivo, o nosso foco é esse, mas quando recebemos uma certa distinção, sentimos ainda cada vez mais a responsabilidade de fazer o nosso trabalho e um compromisso a nível mundial. Nós somos gratos, agradecemos imensamente esse gesto que para nós é muito, é muito, é muito. E muito obrigado, com muito amor, estou aqui.
Obrigada, obrigada, senhora Vicenta. Para nós é uma honra poder lhe dar esse certificado, é o mínimo que nós podemos fazer. É o mínimo que nós podemos fazer para reconhecer publicamente o seu trabalho. So, Mrs. Vicenta, she's thanking all of us. She's thanking Dr. Joyce, Mr. Andrew, Dr. Maria for this certificate, and that encourages them. She's saying that they don't work to earn certificates or recognitions. They work because they believe in human fraternity, they believe in human solidarity, and they thank all of us for this gesture of issuing the certificate to her. And she says that you can count on her, on all your organizations, to give this global women agenda joining hands and to go a way forwards to celebrate the 50-50 agenda. So we thank Vicenta for being here and we celebrate you. Let's clap. Let's unmute and clap for Vicenta.
Muito obrigada, muito obrigada.
Obrigada, Vicenta. Obrigada, Vicenta. I now give the floor to Dr. Joyce Williams. The floor is yours, Dr. Joyce.
Thank you so much, Sister Janice de Silva. And I always tell people that even though law degree, we say we have a JD, but we are not allowed to be called doctors because it's not PhD. So for American lawyers, we don't get to be called doctors for getting a law degree, but thank you for the nice introduction. And I'm really, really grateful to join you this evening in Cabo Verde and afternoon in Washington and different time zones who have all come together. And I bring greetings to the public and the private entities who have all made this happen, in particular, Her Excellency Dr. Maria de Luz, the President of the National Institution of Public Health, Dr. Maria de Luz Lima, for her commitment in co-organizing this event, as well as Mr. David Moreno, the President of the Association of the Fontan, in their work in changing lives of Cabo Verdeans residing in Cabo Verde and in the diaspora community. It's really, Sister Janice mentioned how incredible they've changed a place that used to be a slum into a livable place. And that's an example for all of us to see. We are also really grateful for all the big four companies, JBC, Bras de Andrade, Amaus Corriera, and SESIS, for their decades of support of poor people and providing furniture, home appliances, and giving credit that enables the urban poor to create their own business and support them. So we are really grateful for those opportunities. We're also very grateful, and we really celebrate all the organizations who will be receiving certificates this afternoon. And Ms. Vicentia said, you know, they don't work for certificates, but sometimes it's also very positive for us to celebrate how far we've come and then continue. It gives encouragement to other organizations that are coming up. So we really appreciate and recognize the work of everybody who is here today, those who are being awarded certificates, and then those who are beginning, that this will even be an encouragement for you to know that you have a community to tap in and to build together with us. So Benjamin Franklin is one of my favorite Americans, being an inventor and a diplomat, and he played a very key role in the struggle for independence for the United States. And he's noted as the only person who signed all the 4 documents of which the United States was founded on. But at the latter stages, when they were about to sign the Declaration of Independence in 1776, he made a joke and he said that, you know, we must all hang together, or assuredly we will all hang separately. So that goes into the unity of what we're trying to do. You know, we can decide that we will stay in our own corner and do whatever we need to do to survive and continue on. Or we can also make a decision to come together in collaboration. I mean, we can see the joy and the importance of the collaboration right now. I'm speaking in English. Sister Miss Vicentia spoke in Portuguese, but through the talent of Sister Janice, we can understand and hear each other and bring ideas together in order to move forward. We saw that inspirational video of the Global Compact with its genesis starting from the late Secretary General Kofi Annan, who is from my home country of Ghana, so very Ghana proud. That's, you know, and it's not, to me as a Ghanaian, it's not surprising because our communities are organized in accordance with the purpose of unity. To come together, it takes a village, we say. So to come together, to support each other and to grow. There is nothing that has been accomplished on this earth that has not been as a result of people coming together with ideas, with thought processes, supporting in each way to build it. So I really, on this day of International Human Fraternity Day, I looked up the word fraternity in the dictionary, and it gave several definitions, and all of them were around people sharing a common profession or interest, which are all good. But I think that even for us people from Africa and the African diaspora, it goes beyond just for sharing common profession or interest. It goes beyond a call for action for us to see our countries really advance and grow. I'm going to share my screen of a photo that I saw on Twitter a few days ago. And let me see. I hope everybody can see my screen.
Yes, we see it.
Yes, so a few days ago, I saw this photo on Twitter, and it just caught me staring at it for several minutes, probably hours, and just trying to interpret the picture. And I don't know what's going on in the picture, but I can see the young man up front who is hawking and selling things. I don't know where this was taken. And the 4 young men who seems to either be going to school or returning from school. And the look on his face, looking at those young men, I have not been able to get this picture out of my mind since I saw this picture. I've saved it on my phone as a screenshot. I've saved it on my computer. And this is what this is about. No child, no matter where they are born, no matter their situation, should have to have that look on their face. We should be working together. And I think that through our efforts, as we are able to transform ghettos, slums into livable communities, we're able to provide education, opportunities for young men, for young women all over the world, so that together we can create a world that we are proud of living in and handing it off to the next generation. So I'm really excited to be here this afternoon. I look forward to getting to know all of you and continuing to work together as a team of professionals, experts, people who are bonded together in the spirit of coming from the continent of Africa and working together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are the most welcome, and we celebrate you. We didn't give you a certificate because you are part of those who are issuing certificates. So you are simply amazing. You are simply amazing, and we thank God for knowing you. We thank Andrew for making this happening, and you are the most welcome to Cabo Verde. I know that you are preparing with Lino a big event to be. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm really excited because October from the 10th to the 15th, we have the opportunity to have the Tropics Investment Summit for the first time since the pandemic to be in person. And the government and the mayor of Praia have graciously accepted to host us. So we are really excited, looking forward to being in Cape Verde, really working together, getting to know the community, and just really put in our footprints and expanding to the rest of West Africa and throughout the whole continent. And I would share a video as we go along, a teaser for the investment summit, and we will have the opportunity to engage civil society, private sector, government to really continue this effort of working together. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Joyce. And I take this opportunity to recommend that we invite JBC, he's the company. Carlos, are you here with us? Carlos, o senhor está conosco? Maybe he's shy or he's busy, but JBC is a company that have been, selling furniture to slum areas. They give like big credits, so everybody can afford, everybody can go there in JBC and buy things for social prices, and they are really making a difference. I would suggest that we put them on the discussions with private sector from the beginning. Okay, it's just a good example, and Carlos is on board. Probably he has been having electricity problems. Unfortunately, we are having here in Praia today.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you brought up the business aspect of it. The United Nations Global Compact, for the first time as ever, is headed up by someone from Africa who has lived experience on the continent. The United Nations Global Compact has a campaign from 2021 to 2023 to expand throughout Africa, giving the top 100 companies in each of the 55 countries to commit to those 10 principles dealing with human rights, labor, the environment, and anti-corruption and transparency. But at the smaller level, the SMEs, they're looking to add another at least 10 times the current number. So Joyce and Janice, reach out to our civil society and work together in a collaborative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you very much. Thank you, and I'll give this information to JBC. We will be writing them a formal message. Now I give the floor to Maria Venek from Alliance for Humanity, a great partner of DEF 17, of ODOS, of all of us. We met again. It was Mr. Andrew introducing us. So Maria, you are the most welcome. Hope you're still with us. Yes, Maria, there you are. Welcome.
Thank you very much. And I would like to thank you, Ambassador Janista Silva, for inviting us all to this event today to celebrate World Fraternity Day. And thank you for everything you do. And thank you also to Ambassador Andrew for being a great leader in the AHIABGA network. And yes, I think it is a great idea to have this kind of event to celebrate World Fraternity Day, to be able to have a dialogue, to better understand each other between nations and in our societies everywhere. So thank you very much. And we are waiting. Maybe Entisav and Ashur and Abdul Munia Messar, they will join us. Maybe, but we don't know yet. They are situated in Libya, so they can have some internet problems. But we are working together in an organization called Alliance for Humanity, like Yanis said. It is an organization that was founded in the Kurdish region of Middle East by Mohammed Abbas. But today it is registered in Sweden. And Entisar and Abdul, who I mentioned, they have started to implement a Her City project in Libya. And this Her City, it is one way to get women involved in city planning. And it is possible for anyone to register a Her City project. It is under UN Habitat, which I know that Ambassador Yanis da Silva has worked for many years. And it is in collaboration with two Swedish organizations, Global Utmaning, which means global challenge in Swedish, and Vinnova, the Swedish innovation agency. And I can recommend everyone who listens to this to register. It is possible to do this on the website hercity.unhabitat.org. I will put the link in the chat box here. And you can register with your organization any kind of project that you feel is important. And Entisar has, for example, introduced the art project in Tripoli in Libya. And she has her own organization, AHIABGA organization, to support women and youth. So it is one way to get the women included in the city planning. So this is one way to try to achieve the SDG number 5, gender equality, and also SDG 11 on sustainable cities and communities. And it is one way to get support from this Swedish innovation agency. When registering, everyone get information about the next step and a toolkit to use to help to implement this kind of project. But like I said, Abdul and Entisar may join, but we do not know yet if the internet will work. They have big challenges with internet connection in Libya. Yes, I don't know if Ambassador Yanis would like to translate something.
I was informed that there is no need to translate. When you talk in English, they understand.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. But when they speak in Portuguese, I can translate to you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yes, I would also like to commend the work of those 4 organizations in Cabo Verde. Who, Yanis mentioned that you are doing great work for the implementation locally of the SDGs, and we are happy to hear this, and we encourage you to keep up the good work, and we hope that we can collaborate for this. And I can recommend you also to register for this kind of Her City project. And yes, we celebrate World Fraternity Day today. And I would also like to highlight that we celebrate World Interfaith Harmony Week. That is why it is important to have this kind of event to create better understanding among each other. And we need to respect different beliefs and religions. And this means that we need to understand that we do not have the same perspectives, and we need to respect each other's beliefs. And we need to also respect the beliefs of indigenous peoples, because they have old knowledge to take care of the nature that we sometimes have lost in our modern societies. And here in Sweden, for example, we have indigenous peoples, Sami people, who are facing challenges to get their voices heard. And but it is getting better. And recently in January, it was some laws that were changed to better protect the Sami people. And on Sunday, the Sami people celebrate the Sami National Day, because it was on that day in 1917 that the Sami Congress held their first meeting in Trondheim in Norway. So it is more than 100 years ago since they celebrated their first Congress. So it is something to celebrate. And also another minority that I would like to highlight is Uyghurs, who are facing great challenges. And they really need our support today, when at the same time the Olympic Games begins in China, where these people are facing very hard circumstances. So we need to support minorities all around the world on this World Interfaith Harmony Day. So solidarity with minorities is something that I would like to highlight also everywhere. And also, of course, I would like to highlight and commend Ambassador Yannis da Silva for the work with One Dress, One Smile. It is also one way to promote the human rights of those people, often women, but men also, who sew these dresses. Yes, it has been very wonderful to follow this project with One Dress, One Smile from the beginning. And I was happy to participate in some events in the autumn in 2021. For example, on International Day of Persons with Disabilities and on World Diabetes Day. So it was great to see this project become a reality. And I hope we can continue to collaborate to make it a reality in other places also. We still have challenges to find seamstresses in Sweden, but we are trying with an organization called Soul of Humanity. So we hope that it can work. So yes, I would like to thank you all for this opportunity, and I thank you all also for spreading the message of peace in the world. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. We celebrate you for all the work you are doing. You are fantastic. We celebrate you for all you are doing, and we thank you once again for being here with us today. Let's go to India, to Mr. Virendra Gandhi. Are you ready, Mr. Virendra? Are you still there with us?
Hello.
Isn't it that late in India?
Yeah. I think they're too late in India.
Virendra, the floor is yours.
I think I would like to start my opinion that about the fraternity, whatever I don't, I have no clear. I'm just that I want to say that the nature provides us a great thing with us, the humanity, human being, and all of things about many means to make a better situation in the world. And I would like to, I am not able to speak more, but I'm just saying that we should have to start first. We should not wait anyone. He will start, then I will start. She will start, then I will start. No, I think it is not good for us. I think we should have to start for any things who's working for betterness in the society, in the world. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello.
Thank you, Virendra, for your words.
Thank you, sister.
I thank you so much. So you are the most welcome here at this event. And tell me, what does India do in your neighborhood? What you've been doing for fraternity lately? I know that you are a brilliant student. Do you practice fraternity with your colleagues, students?
Yes, sister, yes. Yes.
Okay, because it's really important for us to see that fraternity, it must be a way of living.
I'm sorry, sister. I did not have my library work about the fraternity, so I am not able to speak anything especially about it. It's my problem. So sorry for.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
sister, for inviting me to. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sister.
Okay, you are the most welcome. Okay, anyone else that wish to say a few words on this Roles Fraternity celebration? This is the first experience. I'm sure for the next time we will be better and better. Let's just be patient. This is our first event, and okay. I see His Excellency Ambassador Francis. Okay, go ahead, Ambassador. You can unmute yourself. Please. Thanks for joining us today. Ambassador Francis?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Good evening, all your excellencies, all the ambassadors accredited to various countries all over the world. It is my singular honor and privilege to say a few things on this important occasion. Your Excellencies, on behalf of Global Pan-Africanism Network, I am incredibly humbled and exceedingly honored to be part of this gallant and auspicious occasion to commemorate this year's United Nations International Day of Human Fraternity and celebrate the achievements of people of African descent with disabilities all over the world under the theme Fraternity in the New Normal for Sustainable Transformation. Your Excellencies, the United Nations General Assembly adopted resolutions A/Res/75/200 in December 2020, declaring February 4 as the International Day of Human Fraternity to be observed every year as of 2021. This resolution was co-facilitated by Egypt and the United Arab Emirates, UAE. And this takes note of efforts and initiatives aimed at promoting interreligious, take note of that, interreligious and intercultural dialogue, including the meeting between His Holiness Pope Francis and His Eminence, the Grand Imam of Al-Aziz Ahmad Al-Tawhid, on February 4, 2019 in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates. This meeting resulted in the signing of the document called the Human Fraternity for World Peace and Living Together. This document has also invited all the member states to further promote a culture of peace, tolerance, inclusion, understanding, and solidarity. The International Day of Human Fraternity was celebrated first time on February 4, 2021, meaning last year, in a virtual event such as this one that was highly attended by member states, religious leaders, faith actors, and civil society representatives. Your Excellencies, in his message on the occasion, the United Nations Secretary General said, and I quote, that as we commemorate the International Day of Human Fraternity, let us all commit to do, take note, to do more to promote cultural and religious tolerance, understanding, and dialogue, thereby celebrating human fraternity and the values embodied in it, such as mutual respect. Take note of that. Mutual respect, diversity of cultures, languages, and religions, advancing intercultural and interreligious dialogue, thereby reminding us of the common values and the principles that we share as one humanity. This spirit is particularly needed at a time when communities, take note of that, are divided across religious, ethnic, and intercultural lines. Your Excellencies and member states, allow me to belabor the Addis Ababa Conference of May 1962, which His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia convened a meeting of heads of African states and governments. In 3 days, the 32 nations represented at that conference demonstrated to the world that when the will and the determination exist, nations and peoples of diverse background can and will work together in unity of purpose to the achievement of common goals and the assurance of that equality and brotherhood which we all desire. But take note of that. On the question of social and racial discrimination, the Addis Ababa conference taught to those who learned this further lesson, and I quote, that until the philosophy which holds one race or one class of people superior and another inferior is finally, take note of that, and permanently discredited and abandoned. That until there are no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, that until there is no any man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes, that until the basic human rights are equally guaranteed to all without regard to race or social status, that until that day, the dream of lasting peace and world citizenship and the rule of international morality will remain but a fleeting illusion to be pursued but never attained. Ends my quote. Your Excellency, the growing religious hatred, stigma, and manifestations of various forms of discrimination against the vulnerable communities of persons with disabilities, including other minorities, are an affront to human rights and social justice, contrary to the dictates of the United Nations Alliance of Civilizations. To end, as such, state and non-state actors, including religious leaders from across the faith spectrum, play a pivotal role in promoting dialogue among all religious groups, leading to an improved awareness and understanding of the common values and principles shared by all mankind. I thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ambassador Francis. Thank you for your speech. Really encouraging, wonderful speech. You are the most welcome on board, and we hope to have you in all our meetings, our upcoming meetings. We thank you and we celebrate you for what you are doing for people living with disability, but not only for what you are doing for the humankind. We thank you and celebrate you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have now on board Mr. Abdul from Alliance for Humanity. Mr. Abdul, I don't know if you want to say a few words. Hope you are already on board. I've just admitted you. Abdul. Eu aproveito a oportunidade para cumprimentar a senhora Ivanilza Cabral. Senhora Ivanilza, seja muito bem-vinda ao evento da Morabi. I'm now greeting Mr. Ivanilza Cabral from Morabi. is the National Association of Women, and they are responsible for providing microcredits to poor women, to women that lives in slums. We celebrate them for their presence here today and for all they have been doing in Cabo Verde and in West Africa. So, a senhora Ivanilda, se a senhora quiser dizer algumas palavras, nós estamos aqui para traduzir. Seja muito bem-vinda. Maybe not. Okay.
Abdul, yes, Abdul asks us to unmute him. I did not succeed, but
okay, I think he's unmuted now, right? Abdul, you are the most welcome.
I see his microphone moving, but I do not hear a sound. Abdul,
Yeah.
can you check your microphone?
Okay, I can't hear a word from Abdul. Abdul, are you unmuted now? Okay, so while we wait for Mr. Abdul to jump in, we welcome Ambassador. Your name is quite amazing, huh? Ambassador Christ. So we have Christ here with us, for sure we have. But this is another Christ. Ambassador Christ Nieg, from which country you are? I think you are from Togo, right? So you are the most, well, not Togo, you are from a French-speaking country, if I recall. So soyez le bienvenu. If vous voudrez dire quelques mots, soyez les bienvenus maintenant. I see Joseph Akinola. Thank you, Joseph, for all your support, your amazing support that you've been providing to all of us at AHIABGA, but not only at AHIABGA. You are the most welcome, Joseph. What you've been doing lately for human fraternity, tell us, Joseph. I can't hear anyone. Maybe they're gone. Okay, so I thank you all for joining us today and for this amazing event. This is so encouraging to see people from different parts of the world supporting human fraternity, supporting this event. You are simply amazing. You from different parts of the world and Cape Verdean peers. We thank you, and we would like to launch the initiative that we should create a network, a DEV-17 ODOS network that really share our knowledge, share our experiences on how we've been working to localize the SDGs, on what we've been, concrete doing to support and to make the fraternity and the solidarity flag up. I thank you very much. So if you don't have anything else to say, I'm sure that in your heart you've been saying a lot, and you will be saying a lot. Who will join our DEV-17 network? Just raise your hand for me to see. Maria, I see Maria, I see Ambassador Francis, I see everybody, right? So thank you for coming, and I wish you a good rest of your Human Fraternity Day. We are together, and please keep this note. The little you've been doing has a huge difference on humanity. So keep doing what you are doing in your companies, in your organizations, in your public organizations, in your private organizations. We celebrate you because what you are doing has a tremendous impact globally. Thank you very much. I see Ivanilza Cabral from Morabi. She's greeting everybody. We greet you again, and we celebrate what Morabi is doing in Cabo Verde and at the region. Thank you very much. So in terms of next steps, we will be creating a distribution email list with our addresses. I think I have all your address. If not, let me just write my address at the chat so that you can all reach me, and you can reach Ambassador Andrews, Ambassador Maria, Dr. Joyce, Vicenta here in Cabo Verde. Let's create this movement that makes a difference. Let's inspire the upcoming generation. Let's be fratern. Let's support fraternity. Let's, the little we do, let's just not forget that the little we do has a great impact globally. I thank you. I wish you a good rest of your day, and we are together. Thank you very much. Joyce? Maria, maybe you take some pictures, because you are good in taking pictures as well before we leave. This will be for the records, and if they ask us, we have proofs to show to them, right? You are amazing. Thank you, Andrew, for putting this together, for supporting us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Ambassador Francis. Thank you, everyone, for showing up today. Okay, but we did great. Thank you very much. Thank you. You've been amazing as usual. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Thank you.